And right now, joining me in studio on the Boot Scootin Morning Show this morning. Hey, I love when you get to come by. It's Mason Menard. He's going to be fighting August 17th over at Evangeline Downs in Opelousas. And Mason, it's great to have you back on the Boot Scootin Morning Show this morning.
Thank y'all for having me. It's much appreciated, just like every time I come in.
Well, I tell you, we always, anytime Barry brings it up that you're coming by, I'm like, yes, I want Mason to come in on my show because I know there's a lot of boxing fans out there. And even more than that, there's a lot of Mason Menard fans out there that listen to Pure Country on a daily basis. So
that there is.
You know, and it's one of those cases that, you know, anytime we can bring somebody to his fans, I'm all for it. And
I'm riding with that as well, Eric.
All right. How's training going?
Training's going great.
All right.
One of the better training camps that I've ever had. New team.
Okay.
You know, doing a few new things, brings back some of the old me out, and you know, I'm ready to showcase it August 17th.
Well, I tell you, you know, you're stepping back in the ring August 17th, and you know, there's been some ups and downs in your career.
There has been,
and hopefully August 17th will be one of those ups again.
That it will be. We're going back up. I feel these downfalls of my career brought some things to light.
Mm-hmm.
Brought some people that I needed with me,
right,
to me.
And
I think we have the right team now. And then, like I said, this is the best I ever felt.
Well,
and, you know, people can't see it by me just talking about it and
right.
stuff like that. But August 17th, they can get their tickets and come check it out.
Yeah, I'm all about the talking about stuff. You got to get out there and do it in action. You got to put it, everything that you talk about, and
I got to put it to use. Yeah.
You know, we were talking about that before we went on the air. Training, you're feeling good about the training, got a good positive attitude, and then that way on August 17th, you step in the ring and just take care of business.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
And August 17th, that's exactly what I'm going to do, is take care of business.
Absolutely. And, of course, you know, recently, you know, I'm a huge baseball fan.
Mm-hmm.
And recently we lost Coach Robichaux at UL. And along the way, I came across the new baseball coach, Mac Deggs, his book, 15 to 28. And it's about a journey where there's been ups and downs and how, you know, and what you said right there about how some of the downfalls have brought people to you. And in his life, some of the downfalls in his life brought certain people into his life that now have made him the success he is. I don't know if you read books, but I'm going to highly recommend Matt Deggs' 15 to 28 to you.
Okay.
It normally takes me about 6 to 8 weeks to read a book. I read it in 24 hours. It was a page turner.
It was that intriguing.
There was times in there. It was a book about a baseball coach in his life. So I was already going to be interested in it. I was already into it, but there was times I felt like I was in church, and there was things that I needed to hear, and I needed to read on that piece of paper. Or actually, I was doing it on my Kindle, on my little screen on my Kindle, and it was definitely. So I highly recommend that to you. And, you know, if you
definitely have to try to keep that in mind and
absolutely
give it a peep
after August 17th.
Yeah,
because right between now and then, you know, and the training regimen right now, you're doing that every day. I bet.
Yeah, you know, Sunday's always the off day. You know, let the body rest. But yeah, the other 6 days a week, I'm putting in work. You know, a couple times a day.
Absolutely, and of course, it's all happening August 17th. Evangeline Downs in Opelousas. Who you fighting?
Travis Hartman. I'm actually going up 2 weight classes to make this fight happen.
Barry had mentioned that to me.
Yeah.
So you put on a little weight.
Well, for the past couple fights, I've put on some muscle size, some and I walk around at about 155 at a good physique, and nobody at 35, 140 pounds wanted to fight me unless they were paying them a substantial amount of money.
Right.
And, you know, with a local card like this is a budget that, you know, they try to follow. And this guy at 47, they were going to try to get him down to like 42. And he was like, no way, I ain't getting down to 42. He said, I'll do 47. And like, he's been fighting 154, 156, you know, and he was like, I'm walking around at 153 right now. I could do 47. And this was just like not even a week ago.
Right.
And I told my promoter, I said, because at first he told Chad, the guy's too big. I told him, I said, listen, I'm walking around bigger than I usually walk, and I feel good. And you know what? It's a smaller purse fight for me. I'm like, instead of killing myself to get down, draining myself and getting down on that weight, I'm gonna just come in healthy. I'm not gonna have the big drastic weight cut.
Right.
We're gonna get to work, and I'm gonna prove that I can go up 2 weight classes and beat a guy like this, and then for the bigger fights I go back down in my weight. So all in all, this will be a good test with me. He's done fought 4 or 5 world champions. He ought to go some rounds, is which I need. I've been in the last 3 years. I've only been 17 rounds total.
Right.
So that's hardly nothing.
Way too little.
If I end up knocking him out in 1 round, then so be it. That means I did what I had to do in training camp, and I'm carrying over the power. If it goes a few rounds, great. I need the rounds.
Right.
So all in all, this is gonna be my last tune-up fight before I get back on the big stage. So this is what I need.
Everybody get on out August 17th and see Mason fight at Evangeline Downs in Opelousas. Now, I know Chad's your promoter, and of course, we just lost a giant in the boxing world here in the Lafayette area just last week.
Bo Williford.
Bo Williford. I had the pleasure of meeting him just a couple of times through my dad over the years whenever I was a small child. And then as an adult, I one night at the Stadium Club over on Congress, I got to sit down. I was sitting at a table and there was no open seats, and I offered him a seat at our table. Got to have it was a steak night, and I offered him a seat, and we sat there and ate a steak across the table from each other. The man did so much for so many boxers over the years that it would be very remiss of me of not to mention Bo's name.
Bo.
Bo's name. I don't know if you had if you ever fought for him or if you ever did anything with him.
I actually never fought for his team,
right?
But I actually got invited to USA versus Ireland with him. And he was one of the coaches in the corner along with my coach that came along in my amateur career. So I spent like a week in Ireland with Bo. Going to his gym, sparring with his guys, fighting some of his guys. So I've always been around Bo.
Well, and it's just one of those fellas that Bo was one of those gentlemen that just commanded respect, and he at the same time, not only did he command respect, but he was very likable at right there at the, and he did everything with a lot of honor.
Yeah, definitely. And Bo was a funny guy.
And without actually going into all the details of it, boxing sometimes has a underbelly that nobody wants to know about.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you got folks like Bo Williford and Chad that are in the boxing business and and taking care of fighters like you,
they give
you wouldn't be in this
business.
business.
Exactly. They give you an outlet to try to accomplish your dreams.
Absolutely.
And it's great to have people like that locally.
Well, it's August 17th, Evangeline Downs in Opelousas. You can get your tickets and make sure you're there. And of course, we definitely want to see you go on out and cheer on Mason. And of course, it's going to be a great night of boxing. And
that it will be. And if anybody needs tickets, you can find me on any social outlet at Rock Hard Mighty, or just type in my name, Mason Menard, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Send me a message within the Lafayette to Crowley area. I will line it up and I'll meet up with you and personally hand deliver your tickets. General admission $25. Ringside $125, and tables, which seat 8 are $800.
All right. And of course, you can make that happen. Just get a hold of Mason. We'll have all the links up on our website at purecountry1067.com. Mason, hopefully we'll be talking to you after the 17th as a winner and talking about going back to the big stage again.
Yes, sir.